first of all. Anija, first of all, you tell me, what is the neutral color of litmus paper?
Ma'am, it is a purple color.
Yes. Aryan, what is the color change of litmus in acids?
Ma'am, blue to red.
Yes. Dhriti, what is the neutral color of phenolphthalein?
Colorless.
Colorless. Dhairya, what is the color of phenolphthalein in acid and base?
Ma'am, phenolphthalein in base is pink and acid is colorless.
Abhinav, what is the neutral color of China rose? Abhinav,
Yes, ma'am.
what is the neutral color of China rose?
Pink.
And in acid?
Magenta.
Right. And Sai Siddhartha, what is the color of China rose in bases? Sai, tell me. I cannot hear if you are speaking anything. Okay, Anija, you can tell me what is the color change of China rose in case of bases.
Ma'am, green.
Right. Aryan, give me the example of any two olfactory indicators.
Ma'am, vanilla essence and ma'am onion.
Onion extract.
Yes.
What happens when we use any of the olfactory indicators in acids and bases?
Good evening,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
Good evening, Shivansh. Dhriti?
Ma'am, in acids, the smell does not change, but in bases it changes. It disappears, basically.
The smell disappears. Sai Siddhartha? Dhairya, you tell me any two synthetic indicators.
Um, Ma'am, phenolphthalein and phenolphthalein and methyl orange.
Abhinav, what is the neutral color of uh, phenolphthalein?
Ma'am, can you repeat again?
What is the neutral color of phenolphthalein?
Colorless.
Right. Subhansh, what is the color of phenolphthalein in acids and bases?
Ma'am, in acid it stays colorless and in base it is pink.
Right. And what about methyl orange? Anija, what is the neutral color of methyl orange?
Ma'am, it is orange.
Aryan, what is the color of methyl orange in acid?
ma'am, methyl. Ma'am, yellow.
Right. Let Abhigya join. Abhigya,
Good evening, ma'am.
good evening. Abhigya, we are discussing the colors of the indicators. So you tell me the color of the methyl orange in case of bases. Abhigya, tell me
Just a
the.
minute, ma'am.
Subhansh, Dhairya, why are your videos turned off? Subhansh and Abhigya
Just
also.
a sec, ma'am, I'm eating.
Yes, Abhigya. What is the color of methyl orange in case of bases?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell
Ma'am,
me,
what is the question, please?
what is the color change of methyl orange in bases?
Ma'am, yellow.
is yellow. You haven't learned it. देख के बोलने का कोई फायदा नहीं है.
Yes, ma'am.
करना. Cheyenne. Cheyenne. What is the color of the neutral turmeric? Turmeric in neutral solution.
Yellow.
Yellow. And what about bases? Huh? Can you be a little louder? Huh?
I don't remember.
You do not know. Okay. Who will tell me the color of turmeric in the bases?
Ma'am, red.
Yes, it is red. I will continue only when everyone keep their videos turned on. Then only I can continue with the class. Subhansh, Dhairya, Shayan, Meher, keep your videos turned on. Meher, keep your video turned on.
Ma'am, today also it's not working.
Meher, did you revise the indicators? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
So tell me the change in color of turmeric in case of acids. Meher,
Yes. Can you repeat the question?
yes, what is the change of color of turmeric in acid?
Yellow.
It remains yellow. I hope the indicators are clear to everyone. Let us just quickly revise the physical properties of the acids and bases so that we can move further with the chemical properties. Tell me any one property of acid, Ayanaja.
Ma'am, it is acid is sour in taste.
Priti,
Yes, ma'am.
tell me any one property of acid.
Ma'am, they release O positive ions. Sorry, H positive ions.
There is these H plus ions in the aqueous solution. Sai, can you tell me any one physical property of acid? Sai, Subhansh,
Ma'am, it is watery to touch.
is water to touch. Shayan,
Ma'am,
Yes, ma'am.
any one property of acid? Aryan,
Yes, ma'am.
any one property of acid?
It is corrosive.
Right. Dhairya, any one property of acid?
Ma'am, acids contain H plus ions.
One is left. Abhinav,
Yes, ma'am.
another Abhinav,
Ma'am, they're sour in taste.
I'm asking Abhinav.
yes, ma'am.
Any other property you would like to add in the case of acid?
Hmm. Water in touch.
It's done. Meher,
Ma'am, may I?
Electricity current.
yes. Acids conduct electricity in the aqueous solution, right? These are all the physical properties. Also, I told you that you can add on the change in the color of the any indicator in case of acids as well as for the bases. Now we are going to start with the chemical properties of acids.
Ma'am, we can also write that it has a pH level less than 7.
I haven't yet discussed about pH, but once I discuss, yes, you can add on that also, right?
Okay.
chemical properties of acids. See, children, there are 4 properties of acids which we all need to study, and they're quite easy if you understand the concept behind, right? So, the first property is the reaction of acid with metal. And understand this very, very carefully, because the same thing is going to come in chapter 3 once more. So when acid react with metal, it leads to the formation of salt plus hydrogen gas. Now, one very important thing I'm going to tell you all. Whenever the acid is HCl, then the salt is metal chloride always. Whereas when the acid is H2SO4, means sulfuric acid, then the salt is metal sulfate. You just need to check which metal is there and you will write the formula of its sulfate. We will come to the example of this question, this reaction. So let us take HCl as acid, and if I take magnesium as the metal, who will tell me what will be the product form?
MgCl plus H2.
It will not be MgCl, it will be MgCl2 plus H2. Next, if I take the acid as H2SO4 and I take the metal as calcium, tell me. I could not.
Calcium sulfate plus sodium.
Hmm? Can you please repeat? I could not hear anyone.
CuSO4 plus H2.
Yes, it will be CaSO4 plus H2. Now, if the acid is HCl and the salt taken is zinc, then Rn, what will be the product?
ZnCl2 plus H2.
Right. If the acid is H2SO4 and the salt and the metal is sodium, Cheyenne, what will be the product form?
Na2SO4 plus H2O.
Plus H2. Na2SO4 plus H2. Now, since you know that hydrogen gas is being released, you should be knowing the test of hydrogen gas. Dhairya, can you tell me the test of hydrogen gas? Dhairya?
Yeah, ma'am. I don't know.
You don't know? Meher, do you know the test of hydrogen gas?
Ma'am,
I
when
don't
it
know.
burns with oxygen. When the gas burns, it burns with oxygen.
Yes. On bringing a burning candle, on bringing a burning candle or a matchstick, burning candle near it, it burns with a pop sound. I hope.
Once again, is scroll up.
Scroll up. Yes. I hope the first reaction is clear to everyone.
Even more, ma'am. Yes.
Is it done, children? Okay. So our second reaction is the reaction of acid with metal carbonate or metal bicarbonate. The metal bicarbonate is also known as metal hydrogen carbonate. So what happens in this is the acid reacts with metal carbonate or metal hydrogen carbonate, leading to the formation of salt plus carbon dioxide plus water. Now remember that whenever we see carbonate, we will conclude that the product is going to have carbon dioxide as the gas. And if carbon dioxide is the gas, then another gas will not be released along with it. So it will be not hydrogen gas along with carbon dioxide gas, but water as the product. The same phenomena, same technique applies over here also, that if the acid is HCl, then the salt is metal chloride, and if the acid is H2SO4, the salt will be metal sulfate. Let us look at a few examples of these. Let's start with HCl and Na2. It reacts with Na2CO3. Then we have H2SO4 plus ZnCO3. Then we have HCl plus CaHCO3 whole twice, and H2SO4 reacting with KHCO3. Children, I'll give you just 1 minute and I'll come back with from the washroom. You can write the answers for these, then I'm going to discuss.
Ma'am, could you just scroll a little bit up? Ma'am?
Is it fine?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yes, I'll give you all a minute to do it and I'm coming in a minute. Children, everyone, keep your videos turned on. Okay. So let us start from Shayan. Shayan, can you tell the answer for the first one?
Ma'am, HCO3 and 2 NaCl.
NaCl is fine, and then what you said?
Hydrocarbon,
No.
HCO3.
Look at the products which are being formed up. So you have already answered me the salt. What will be the other two products? But look at this reaction. We have
HC,
the example of this. So what will be the products? Tell me. Subhansh, what will be the other two
and
products?
carbon,
Yes, Shayan, please go ahead.
Ma'am, carbon dioxide plus H2O.
H2O, very good. It will be salt, carbon dioxide, and water. Abhigya, what will be the products for the next one?
ZnSO4 plus CO2.
Only CO2 plus water along with it.
Yes,
Next
ma'am.
will be the answer for the next one. Meher,
Ma'am, I didn't do the third and fourth one yet.
but you don't have to apply your brain so much that you want to do it. Apply it on the spot and tell me what will be the salt. What is the metal here? Its chloride will be the salt, and the other two products are the same only. So tell me the salt. Meher, tell me the salt.
Hmm.
Huh?
Ma'am, I don't know.
May I try? What is I don't know? I'm teaching over here and you're saying you don't know. I have told you that if the salt, if the acid is HCl, then the salt will be metal chloride. And if the acid is H2SO4, then the salt will be metal sulfate. What is the metal here? The metal over here is calcium. What will be the salt? It will be metal chloride. So metal is calcium. What will be the salt now?
CHCl2.
Right, that's what you have to answer. And the other two products are common for all. Yes. Siddhishi, are you there in the class? Sai, can you speak today?
I'm having a little bit of internet problem, but I can speak for now.
Yes, I can hear you now. Can you tell me what will be the product of the last one?
Ma'am, KSO4 plus H2O plus
H2SO4 plus
H2O
hmm,
plus CO2.
very good. I hope the products are clear to everyone. You don't have to learn all of this on the spot. You should know. Only the thing which you should know is which gases are released and what are the product formed. On the spot, only you have to make the product. You don't have to memorize these reactions. Any reaction comes, you should just know the product and you can write the reaction. Fine, children. Now we have to study about the test of carbon dioxide gas. Who can tell me the test of carbon dioxide gas?
Ma'am, it turns lime water milky.
Right. It turns lime water milky. What is lime water? It is calcium hydroxide reacting with carbon dioxide, leading to the formation of calcium carbonate and water. So this calcium carbonate is responsible for the milkiness of the lime water. It appears to be milky. But you should be knowing about the next thing, that if excess of carbon dioxide is passed through the solution, if it is present in excess, then the product formed will be NaHCO3 whole twice. And because of the formation of this calcium bicarbonate, the milkiness disappears. Because why does the milkiness disappears? As CaHCO3 whole twice is soluble in water. Is soluble in water. Any doubts anyone has in the second equation? Second reaction of acids? Can I move to the third one?
Yes.
1 minute.
Okay. Now let us move to the third equation or the third reaction. So the third reaction of acid is the reaction of acid with the base. Reaction of acid with base. So what happens when an acid and a base react? When acid reacts with base, it leads to the formation of salt and water. This reaction is also known as neutralization reaction. Again, the same thing is applicable. If acid is HCl, the salt form will be metal chloride, and if the acid is H2SO4, that is the sulfuric acid, the salt form will be metal sulfate. Let us see a few examples of this now. Let us start writing the products. Yes. Who is going to tell me? Aryan, can you tell me the product for the first one?
1 minute, ma'am. Ma'am, NaCl2.
No, only NaCl.
So NaCl then plus um,
Plus,
H2.
right. There, what about the next one?
Ma'am, I'll come in 1 minute.
It is um, CaSO4 plus H2O.
Right. Abhinav, what about the next one?
Me,
Yes, Abhinav.
zinc chloride plus H2O.
Right. Subhansh, what about the next one?
FeSO4 plus H2O.
FeSO4 plus H.
H2O.
Okay, Jiren. That's all about the third equation, nothing else. Now let us move to the next type of equation. I mean the fourth equation and the last one for the reaction of acids. Reaction of acid with metal chloride. Sorry, metal oxide. So when an acid reacts with metal oxide, it leads to the formation of salt and water. Now, if you look at these two reactions, this reaction and this reaction, if you look at the products in both, the products are same. And you can see in both the cases, acids are reacting. So this makes us conclude that the metal oxide is basic in nature. So indirectly, this reaction is also a reaction between acid and base. That is why it is leading to the formation of salt and water. Let us see a few examples of this type of reaction. Again, for the salt, the same thing is applicable.
Could you scroll slightly up, ma'am? Thank you.
Okay, now let us start with the products. Anija, can you tell me what the product for the first one?
NaCl2 plus H2O.
People are saying NaCl2. I don't know who is teaching you. It is NaCl only plus H2O. Dhriti, what about the next one?
K2SO4 plus
K2SO4 plus,
H2O.
right. Cheyenne. Cheyenne.
You can
Hmm?
K2SO4
Third one.
plus H2O.
Cheyenne, the third one you have to tell.
MgCl plus 2 MgCl plus H2O.
MgCl2 plus H2O. Sai, what about the last one?
ZnSO4 plus H2.
That's correct. Good. So I'll just give you a conclusion for all the 4 reactions which we have studied today for the reaction of acids, so that you can relate to the products. So it is the reaction of acid with first we have studied about the metal. The next one was metal carbonate or bicarbonate. The third we studied was of base, and last was of metal oxide. Now I'm going to write the products of these. So for metals, the product formed is salt plus hydrogen gas. For metal carbonate, the product formed as salt plus carbon dioxide gas plus water. For the base, the product formed as salt plus water. And in case of metal oxide, the product formed as salt plus water. Then another thing you can note over here, the last thing as a conclusion, that HCl acid, the salt formed is metal chloride in all the 4 cases. In case of H2SO4, the salt formed is metal sulfate in all the 4 cases. Anyone has any doubt in all the 4 reactions which we have studied today, please ask.
No, ma'am.
All the reactions are clear to everyone.
Yes.
Everyone will practice these 4 equations and meet me in the next class. Then only I am going to know further when you all answer at least 1 or 2 equations from each one of the reactions. You should be knowing how to make the products, means the salt. You should know the name of the salt as well as the correct formula. If you're writing the wrong formulas of the salt, then also the equations won't be considered as the correct equations. Further, one more important thing in the equations which I have discussed today, I have not discussed about the balancing. I have not balanced the equations. But whenever you people are writing any equation, you have to write a balanced equation at all times. Fine, children? Okay. I'll see you all in the next class. Do revise and meet me in the next class. Thank you, everyone. Have a good day. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.